What an interesting way of starting a shipment game. Now, let's quickly just, point out the elephant in the room, and that is that I have a face cam in a video. Oh my goodness, and my aim has to be ass. Oh, dear. But I have a face cam. If you watch this YouTube channel, we rarely ever use this. And of course, ooh, nothing behind me. Green screen. There's nothing to explain. We just have a face cam with a green screen right now. But I'm guessing a good portion of you are new here, and if you are, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road hitting 40,000 subscribers. But the reason we are making this video is because I wanted to make like an in-depth kind of guide on the best things to do to unlock Orion and stuff like that. By the time that video is done, you could use these kind of tips that I want to quickly mention right now if you are going for the camo right now, and they're really kind of nothing insane, but I wish I basically knew these things. So the first one is, don't go for gold on all 51 weapons straight away. I have mentioned this a few times in my videos, and it's very true. Going for gold on all of the 51 weapons is just not a good idea. The main reason for it is because then you'll have to get 51 weapons in a row at platinum. And if you don't know, the long shots in this game aren't any more difficult than any other game. It's just so annoying. Like, it's just mainly difficult because it's time consuming and you have to sit across a map and hope for the best that people use this one long shot spot or they don't use it themselves to kill you, yada yada. I recommend for you to unlock gold on a specific class of weapons and then platinum those specific class of weapons. So for example, in this hypothetical situation, let's say you're going for gold ARs, get all 8 ARs gold, and then get AR okay, that's a bit of a mouthful. Get all of those 8 ARs platinum, then move on to snipers, then move on to stuff. That's what I started doing at the beginning, but then I was like, you know what, I think it's better if I go for all golds and then I'm gonna get all platinum. Thankfully I didn't have to, I guess, do 51 platinums. I did like something in a row, which still messed with my sanity. But yeah, that's the first one. The second one is, you don't have to get the rocket launchers gold, or you don't have to get the 2 melee weapons gold. And you might be like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have to? You see, right now in season 1, nearly called it season 4, but what I wanted to say is we have 4 new weapons. I think so. We had the funny sniper rifle, SMG, AR, and another AR. Yeah, so 4. And if you don't know, there is 4 rocket launchers. And the rocket launchers are a bit of a pain to get camos on because you need to get kills. Now, right now, we do have shipment and shipment hardcore and stuff like that, or sorry, tier 1. But you don't exactly have to get them gold because you can just replace the DLC weapons. So that's a sniper rifle, a submachine gun, and 2 assault rifles, and just get gold on those and then platinum them. That will probably save you a bit of time if you just don't want to, go through the grind of taking down score streaks, getting like 50 kills and stuff like that. But instead, I think right now what I would recommend for you to do, just don't do the shield and the knife. Now the knife is really easy, and of course the shield is also slightly easy because we have hardcore, or well, tier 1 shipment. But let's say they remove it. If you're watching this video later down the line and the shield still takes 3 hits in core to get a kill, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion, just don't do it. Just replace those 2 with DLC weapon. And you might be like, but how do you know this will work? Because that's literally what I did. Now, I did get the knife and shield platinum ages ago before like they changed everything, but I didn't do 1 submachine gun, or well, you could say 2 because I didn't do the Bass P, which is a DLC, but I did not do the, what was its name? I don't remember. The FSS Hurricane. I never touched that. Getting long shots with it was such a pain because it doesn't have a good scope. I had the platinumed M13B assault rifle, which is a DLC weapon, and that counted towards my 51 weapons. I don't think they're ever going to remove this because it just never specifies which guns you have to get. It just says, overall, get these guns, this camo, and then you'll progress in the camo system. And I guess the third point that I just quickly want to tell you is, for long shots, play tier 1. And you might be like, oh, but duh, what, do you think I'm gonna play core? Listen, I made that mistake, okay? I was like, I think tier 1 sucks ass because I can't see a kill feed. It's not hardcore. It's just annoying. But you know what? You're just gonna have to bite down on your teeth. And if you are like me, which I know it's probably a small percentage of players, just don't do that. Just don't do it. Just go into hardcore tier 1. Normal playlist, put on hardpoint. I preferred hardpoint. It usually just gave me really long shots because there was the percentage of players that went for the points and the spawn points were relatively in the same position and stuff like that. I got it done in around the week. This was when I had free time, but I also didn't want to play a lot of Modern Warfare 2. Kind of documented my progress on YouTube. I know a lot of people kind of agreed with me, or at least wanted to watch videos on Longshots, because I did make quite a few of them and they did perform relatively well, even if the feedback for people wasn't the greatest. I hate the idea of just dislikes being removed. I want you to know what people think. Another thing you should be running around with inside of tier 1 for your long shots is the deployable cover. This bad boy is going to be a god saver, because you'll just be able to place it down anywhere and make any spot long shots. Now, if you're wondering, for specifically some machine guns on shipment, you can get long shots. I did do tests, but I just wouldn't recommend. You're gonna waste your time. Going into just normal tier 1 mode is way better than trying them on here. But you can get your long shots on shotguns and pistols done in here, because they require less distance amount. Why is there so many flashbangs all of a sudden? This went from such a okay-ish good lobby to what is happening? These freaking CDL skins, man. Gotta love them. And one very last point that I'll mention is, if you're trying to go for the Polyatomic challenge for headshots, if tier 1 of any like playlist, for example, maybe Shoot House will be out whenever you're watching this. I feel like they'll do a shipment, or sorry, shoot the ship mode, whatever. Tier 1, preferably shipment would be the best for that, but I really recommend playing tier 1 for headshots, because they seem way easier. Like, sometimes your weapon would need to 2-shot for a headshot, which is just ridiculous if you ask me. I got them done super fast in tier 1, just running around. And one thing that I did also do, which is another thing I'll recommend, is pre-make your loadouts for the headshots, or even long shots, or even gold camo. Because if you do this, let's say you complete the camo challenge inside of a game. I know you're playing tier 1, but hypothetically speaking, you're like, oh, I'm probably done this challenge. You are then able to quickly switch over to a different weapon, and let's say you also equip the gold camo or the platinum camo, which is another thing I'd recommend, because we do have the mastery like system inside of the game. You'll just be making early progress. And I know that this is like a really small thing, but I really found it nice to be able to do that. Just like quickly slap on a different class with, let's say, platinum on it, and already start the kind of grind towards the super mastery camo, which just requires you to get 1,000 kills with each weapon, and like a different amount with each camo, yada yada, all of that cool stuff. We're gonna lose this, aren't we? I'm not gonna let this. No, we can't lose. No. I just spawned in. We won. But anyway, that's going to be for the video. Quickly to mention, I probably won't be making as many videos as I would like to. Just have stuff like work right now. I'm gonna be starting a real job. It's for college, so I have to. And YouTube is a real job to a certain point. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. I'll be making guides, but also more entertainment-based videos that I'm gonna put in a lot of work into, so hopefully they'll be more high quality, and hopefully these tips that I was going to include and still am including in the like in-depth video are helpful to you. And if they are, cool. I'm really happy, because this grind is easy, but it's also time consuming. So knowing those little things is probably going to benefit you in the long run. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to drop a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. This is awkward.